Welcome to the Physical Education Mandates and Standards presentation. This is Chapter 2 of our textbook, and my objective is to just provide a quick review of the material from this textbook, from this chapter. So we have federal mandates that we are required to follow as educators. The old No Child Left Behind was passed in 2001, and it does hold us accountable for students' learning. Regardless of what you think of No Child Left Behind, we have to follow it. PE teachers are also held to a higher standard because of No Child Left Behind. And what this means is that we must use standards to develop our curriculum. This is also known as standards-based education. We also have national standards. Recently, new PE national standards developed by the Society of Health and Physical Education, which used to be known as NASPE, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. I like the new acronym of SHAPE. Thought that was pretty smart of NASPE to go with the SHAPE acronym. These are national standards for K through 12 physical education. They include guidelines to help us develop our curriculum at each grade, and it provides 5 standards. The previous national standards has 6. Now we have 5 standards, and then now we have grade level objectives. I have a document in our class with this material. One of the things that you're required to do is read that document this module. Then if you are a coach, there are standards for coaches through the National Association of PE, Sport and Physical Education, or NASPE. So in 2006, these national content standards were developed for coaches. There's actually 8 domains within the NASPE coaches standard, and I believe there are 48 standards. So there's 8 domains, and then each domain has a certain number of standards within the domain. Most coaches don't know about these particular standards. These standards should be used when you're developing a new athletic program or team. In my opinion, I think coaches, if they go through an evaluation, at whatever level, that they should be reviewed on how they are satisfying these standards. That's not what typically happens. It's you are reviewed if you win or if you lose, or if you're bringing in money. Each state may have frameworks for standards for learning for PE. In California, we have a framework and we have a model. And again, I have these inside of our class. If you don't have any particular state framework or model to drive your PE curriculum, I think I provided a link in there where you can find other states' curriculum models. Again, I've included these in our class too. So the California Physical Education Model, I like this quote in the model, in the document. What should California students know and be able to do in physical education? That's what curriculum models do for us. It tells us how we should teach and gives us a guide on what we should be doing each day in our curriculum. Doesn't mean you don't have flexibility, but it still provides us a direction of where we should be going. There are 5 overarching content standards for elementary and middle schools, and 3 overarching content standards for high school. Let's drill down a little bit more. Each district may have specific standards. which are usually following state, national, or federal mandates. So what? Why am I spending any time even talking about this? Well, I think that in our class, we're going, well, I don't think, I know, we're going to use the SHAPE standards or your state framework for your ABC curriculum project. So if your state has specific PE curriculum model or framework, use that when we start developing the ABC curriculum project later in this class. If you don't have specific state standards for PE, use the SHAPE PE standards. But the other so what about all this is that if you're not using any kind of standards and you're just rolling out the ball in PE, shame on you. Follow specific standards, develop your curriculum, and develop your classes.